Was the hustlers that I seen that built the hustle in me. So I got to the bag with the same hustlers I seen.
What's up? What's up? This Phase, aka, and I'm a corner boy under Black Spade Entertainment, and I'm from Brooklyn, Flatbush. Right now, we in Flatbush, where I'm from. We on Nostrand, you know what I'm saying? I've been here a long time, and I'm here right now with What's Up. This is where I used to get my clothes done, but you know, the owner formally closed down and he moved on to bigger and better things. So, you know, it just, you know, bring memories to me. So I'm here, got my logo on the floor, you know, and I'm just doing what I do best.
Rainbow Car Service.
Mr. Printer, tell us more about the Royal Terrace.
This event space is very unique and classy, wonderful elevator from basement all the way to the roof.
Right now I'm into music, you know what I mean? I've been into music for the longest. You know, I took a little break, a little 3-4 years break because, you know, I was in love. But, you know, sometimes things go the way it go and you got to get back to your business, you feel me? Don't stagnate your life for the person that you with. Still move on the things that you love, the things that you cherish, the things that you passion in life so that you can move forward. Because, you know, the devil put things in your life to stagnate you from you reaching that next level sometimes in life, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that, you gotta open your eyes and see where it's coming from. You always see the signs, but you know, as humans we overlook it because, you know, our hearts is talking for us than our minds, you know what I'm saying? But then it comes to a point in life where you just registers everything that's going on, and you gotta fixate the things that you know is right for you, and you gotta move on. A corner boy is somebody that's on the corner, used to sell drugs, you know what I'm saying, was into mischief, gang life, you know, all them things that coincides with you being on a corner that you know you shouldn't be doing, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm over here trying to, you know, not only educate, but at the same time, let them know where I came from. It's not a life that you really want to live, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, sometimes we get joined into it because of our community, you understand? So it's upon you to know what's right and what's wrong, you know what I mean? Because right now, these day and age, we don't have no grown people giving knowledge to the younger youths, because the younger youths done got out of hand and they don't want to drop the jewels no more because, you know, they don't want no confrontations with them. So, you know, the only way you can reach them really is through music, and I feel that being at the age that I'm in and the stature of the person who I am and how I look, I could give them them jewels through the music, and so that they can know what's right and what's from wrong. I got the new album out calling Corner Boys, the album, the seal of all albums. I'm thinking that I'm going to seal it off with this album right here. I'm not too sure. Maybe or maybe not. Who knows, you know? But that's the feeling that I have within me when it's pertaining to this album. How I'm structuring the album is I have 7 prior albums where I'm going to take about 2 songs or maybe 3 off of each album and put it to this album, which is going to make it a double album because I'm going to have new tracks on it as well. I had a few collaborations off of some of my old tracks, and I have one off the new ones that I'm doing right now. I might have some more, I don't know yet. Who knows, you know? Depends on how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of new things that I'm talking about in my project. I switched up the flow a little bit more. I made it more real hip hop, because you know hip hop is coming back. The real hip hop, they want to hear lyrics and stuff like that. So, you know, that's why I call it Corner Boys the album. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's just straight street. We going back to more like the boom bap days, you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, where music made sense. You understand? Where it made sense. Where you would, you know, hear the music and you would get something from it. Nowadays, people just listen to the beat. You know, and they're not really getting nothing from the music. They'll probably hear about 4 or 5 lines, and then that's it. You know what I mean? But it's not really pertaining to what they grasping from the music. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you could grasp from music nowadays is R&B. People always talking about sad, being sad and all that. But you could grasp that, but it's nothing really like joyous or happy or things of that nature, you know? The way the music is set up these days is about just killing and, you know, robberies and girls with the fattest Uchi and, you know, and who with this and who got the money, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's bring it back to a different era, you know? Let's talk about the things that you was doing in life, you know what I mean, instead of fabricating. What's going on here? This is a new day and age of dope heads, you know what I'm saying? Because back in the days, you know, we had dope heads, but these are just clean dope heads, you know what I mean, with money, you know what I'm saying? So they not knowing that, because, you know, the dope heads back in the days, or the crackers, whatever drug you was on, they looked like they was on drugs. You understand? But these guys right here is more cleaner. But you're seeing it with the way they act, or their attitude change, and that's how you know that they're on some type of substance. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you look at them as clean addicts. You know what I mean? Because, you know, they got money, they probably, you know, they're doing things, you know what I mean? But at the same time, they have an addiction. Right now, we're in a day and age where popularity wins. So if you're popular, they're not really caring about what you're saying. It's the popularity and the popularity that they'll get from playing the music. You understand? So don't get me wrong, we have DJs that don't play them type of musics. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we have the DJs that do, that want to play the music that people want to hear in the clubs. People don't want to hear sympathetic music. They don't want to hear, you know what I'm saying, music that doesn't coincide with what they're doing, if it's drugs or, you know, gang life or guns or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? People these days, it's like me, myself, and I. You know? People not really thinking about themselves. Right now, people is in relationships where they're battling with each other. Like, how you in a relationship and you battling with the person that you with? Like, y'all in competition. You know what I'm saying? And this world is full of competition. So people not really worrying about something that ain't got nothing to do with them. You know what I mean? And that's the problem that we're having in this world. We need to go back to love and unity. You know what I'm saying? And then we're not getting that. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of things is happening now. The world is shifting and changing because Allah is seeing that the world is going back to Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of funny stuff going on, and you know, and that's not what he put us on this earth for. He put us on this earth for us to be as one. You know what I'm saying? Man, woman, and child. You know what I mean? So hopefully things that go back to where it was before turmoil, but if it don't, sometimes it takes turmoil for things to go right. You understand? And if it do, alhamdulillah, you know, I'm ready to go to see my maker, inshallah. Well, right now, being that change is coming, because there's always going to be change. You know what I'm saying? The music is changing. Everybody's evolving back to hearing what people have to say, because there's a lot going on in life. It's some I can't say all YNs, which means young, you know, Negroes. They want to learn. They want to know. They want to know the knowledge of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just flying with it, you know? So, you know, they're listening. You know, we got some good artists out that's right now that's dropping jewels when it's coming to the music. And one of my favorite artists right now is Benny the Butcher. You know what I'm saying? He's talking what he's talking. He's talking what he's been through in life, the things that he's been through in life, and all the changes that he's going through in life. And that's what you're supposed to talk about when it's pertaining to your music, so that people could coincide with the things that you've been through. Because a lot of people have been through the same things that you've been through in life. You understand? But you got to let them hear it so that they can know, and then also at the same time, if they're doing it, change it. You know the consequences of anything that you do in life. It's always dead, jail. You know what I'm saying? So if you out here in these streets, just know that those are the only consequences that you have, is dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? It's just so happened, unfortunately, that I went to jail. You know what I'm saying? And I learned from that. I didn't learn the first time. I didn't learn the second time. I got 3 chances. On the third time, I came home and had kids and wanted to be a family man and provide for my children, be in my children's life from young till they get of age, to where they don't really need me no more. You know what I mean? All they need me for is just to give them word of wisdom. And that's the life that I grown to from a young youth that was out in the streets doing things that I know I wasn't supposed to be doing. God bless my father, wherever he at, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he dead or alive, but this is genetic genes, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I eat healthy, I take care of myself, I meditate. You know, I just do a lot of things that stimulates the mind to make you a better person, especially now. You know what I'm saying? I had fell off of that Richter scale, but now I'm really back on it, strong. and my aura is more stronger and my chakra is open. I drink a lot of water, mostly ground food I eat. I eat chicken. I don't eat red meat. Poultry, a lot of poultry, more poultry. And I drink protein shakes. You know what I'm saying? And I just stay, I work out probably 6 times a week, you know, depending on how my body feeling. It's kind of heartbreaking to me, you know. I had a real dedicated, loyal friend. He go by the name Ron Heff. You know, he's passed away about 2 years ago, and you know, it hurts me that I'm right here right now by myself when he was at the other interview with me, supporting me as he always do. Health is wealth, man. Take care of yourself. Don't overlook your health. If it's something going on with you, you know what I'm saying, and you was able to get over it, you know what I'm saying, take care of your health. Take care of it, man, because we're not getting any younger. We're getting older. So we got to take care of the things that's going on with our body. I want to say what's up to, you know, those who really sincerely care about me and who check on me, you know what I'm saying? You know, because, you know, going through all these things in life, I can't sit here and say that I had a mental that is stable. You know what I'm saying? I suffered from anxiety and depression, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I overcome it, you know what I mean? Because I know that's something that put me in that state that I didn't need to be in. I need to be in a stronger state as a lion, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a lion, I feel that I'm a king, you know what I'm saying? The way I move move with king structure, you know what I'm saying? I have the wisdom of a king. So I know that that's not something that I should put myself in as a depression state. So that's why, you know, I always evolve from it. You know, as a human, we go back into them states, you know what I'm saying? Because we're still human, you know, we have feelings. But at the same time, we have to know when to evolve from them feelings and move forward in life, because life is about moving forward. It's about present time. You know what I'm saying? The future and the past don't coincide. We're about the future. You know what I'm saying? We're about leaving stuff for our future. And that's the thing that we're doing. We're having kids and we're not thinking about leaving stuff for our kids and a lineage for our future. A name, Kit Kat, Woolworth, you know, Nike. These is all last names of people that people is purchasing these things. These is last names of people that left a lineage for their family. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to leave a whole bunch of franchises of armoires, of whatever I want to put my money into, so that I leave it to my son or my daughters or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So how I'm doing it is through the stepping stone of my craft. So I'm using my craft to get the money to do the other things that I want to do in life, branch off to my clothing line and things of that nature. I used to DJ. I used to really DJ parties and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Me and my friend, and we used to DJ parties. Intellect was our sound. And I used to rap for hobbies. Like, we used to just kick the beat and rap and hobbies for hobbies. And then right around 2013, that's when I really took it serious. I used to play reggae music, rap, hip hop. I used to play whatever. You know what I'm saying? I used to be in the clubs DJing, and my man used to DJ. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? Because back in the days, that was the thing. You know, everybody was, you know, they wanted to have their own set. You know, we had dub plates and all that. We had a dub plate, and you know, it was real nice. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could go back to them days, but you know, the time evolves, and I move with time. You know, I don't stay with. I move with time. You know, I don't stagnate myself, because, you know, that puts you in a stagnated position. You know what I mean? So you have to evolve with time. So whatever's going on with the time, that's what I'm into right now. I want y'all to tune in like y'all always do. I'm going to put it out there for free again. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it out for free. Y'all ain't got to worry about buying it or nothing. All I need y'all to do is just view it, put y'all comments under it, and just pass it on, man, so that I can get to where I need to go, and y'all can say that y'all got me where I needed to be, because y'all believed in me, and that's all I care about. Corner Boys, the album, the seal of all albums. FaZe, a.k.a. the owner of Corner Boys Apparel, signing off. What's up?
Rainbow Car Service 718-498-4444.
Mr. Printer, tell us more about the Royal Terrace.
This event space is very unique and classy, wonderful elevator from basement all the way to the roof. We have a nice first floor Second floor, we are on Main Street, Utica Avenue, 1298 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, and we are ready to go.